Hi everyone, welcome to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here for a Rocks chat. Excuse me, I just got something in my eye. I've got a nice cup of tea that Gary has brought me. First sip of the morning. Now, got in last night about, must have been gone 10, and guess what I did? Totally forgot to do my video last night. We started watching TV and having snacks because, you know, didn't eat a great deal yesterday, and so yeah, forgot to do it. So I woke up this morning 8:30 or thereabouts, and I first got stuck into a problem that we had with the website. And then all of a sudden I realised, oh, actually it might have been almost 9 when I woke up. So I thought, better get on and do it then. So sorry it's a bit later than it has been. I usually schedule it to pop up 8 o'clock on UK time, and it is already 9:20. So yeah, tad late, but better late than never, as they say. We had a great time yesterday. It's sort of the wrong thing to say when you go to a funeral. I had a great time. But what I mean by that, it was just so nice to meet up with all the people that you very rarely see. And all of Gary's cousins were there. And two of his brothers. One didn't come. And his auntie, who we haven't seen. Actually, the last time I saw his auntie, one of Gary's brothers brought her down when I had just had my operation, and I was awful. I was awful at the time. They come to visit me, and we sat at, it was hot, because obviously it was August when I had my operation, and it was that year we had a really good year. Had to be, didn't it? And so I sat out on the decking every single day to get better, and it was lovely just sitting out there. So they came down and we had cups of tea and we sat out there on the decking, and they visited me. That was the last time I saw her. And his cousins, and I gave the kitten beanies to his cousin, and she loved them. And everybody was looking at them, and I didn't show you because it was late in the evening when I decided I'm going to make a rasta beanie. So I did one, and then I figured it was too small, so I totally changed it. See, it's got all the rasta colours in it, and I totally changed it. So I thought, how am I going to ensure that this fits the circumference working on a top up? Because obviously working on a top down gets wider, doesn't it? But I thought that doesn't have a lot of give, and it probably would have gone on. So I thought I could either do this as the bottom, like this was where you're working up, because it's actually the chain makes that more rigid, and that could be the top that I close up. And I thought it still might not fit, so I did a foundation start, so it was nice and elastic, and I made it as a slouchy, so it kind of went up, so it could be a slouchy beanie. And after that I thought, I'm going to make a bonnet. I haven't made a bonnet, so I made a bonnet where it ties under, and it's all kind of like this with white trim. It's pink with white trim, like quite bright pink. And so I said, you know, we need lots of videos, you know, when you do this, and we need lots and lots of videos. And she promised she said, I'm gonna send so many, you'll say, please stop sending them now. So yeah, so it was a nice wake. Obviously the funeral was beautiful and packed, so that was very nice that you had lots and lots of people there. But it was just, although it was a sad occasion, it was nice to catch up with family. Well, Gary was going to say hello, but he decided against it. I'm going to sneeze. I just sprayed some dry shampoo because it was so hot yesterday. It was really, really hot, and the annoying thing was, in the morning, so I've got a tear Not that I'm crying, but tear. In the morning, when we were getting ready and thinking about getting ready, we had the most torrential downpour. I mean, it was so, it wasn't scheduled or forecast, should I say, to have any rain, but the heavens just lashed it down. And so I thought, oh, this is great. I have to take my boots. So I wore long boots. They're not thigh boots, they're under the knee, but I wore those, which are leather and stretchy at the back, but leather. I wore those, and obviously socks, right? And the top I had on was a shirt, and it's a chiffony, it's not exactly chiffon, but it's got panels down the side that are see-through. They're kind of got flowers and it's see-through. I'll show it to you one day. I'll wear it, and it comes down to about here, and it's got an imitation kind of hooks and eyes button line, like it sort of pretends to do it, but behind it there's more backing. So it's really a nice shirt, and I've worn it a few times, and I tend to sometimes get it out at funerals because it's just so lightweight. It's only recently started fitting me, so I wore that, but it had sleeves and it was black, obviously. And then when we got there, it decided to the sun come out, to be really hot and glorious, and my feet were like little saunas. And at the time, before the rain, I thought I'd take my sandals with me just in case it gets really hot. Excuse me. And then, of course, that rainstorm, I thought, no, I'll just take some shorter boots. I won't take the sandals. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. It was so hot. But I had put some Factor on, thank goodness, before I left. I don't know why, but I'm crying. Maybe it's the dry shampoo got in my eye. Possibility. Cheers. Having a slap. Oh. Anyway, we didn't get home till quite late, but we did have a good chat and with everybody and catch up, which was nice in a bad situation. But that always happens, doesn't it, when you go to a funeral? You have the sad part, and then afterwards you go to the get together, and it's sort of like a relief. Then I can remember when my mum passed, and I arranged her funeral. And after it was all over, it was like that closure, you know. It was kind of, my hair's getting on my nerves, guys. Gary has said that if I want to have it cut on Friday, he'll pay for it. So that's really nice. So maybe on Friday, all of this probably will be gone. It will be back to being. I don't really want to see the length go. You know, I've grown accustomed to having this long hair, but the ends are in need of a chop. So we got a new book. We have a new one. I think we're going to have mum's jokes first. We've had dad's jokes in the past, but we're going to have mum's jokes because you just had your Mother's Day. It wasn't Mother's Day over here, but lots of people wished me a happy Mother's Day. And I said, that's fine. I'll have two. I don't mind, you know, what's not to like. Got to finish this tea. Won't be a sec. You don't need to see this. You can look at my lovely book. Oh, you saw it. Oh no, this eye started. I guess it is definitely. I've gone blurry now. I've got to read a joke as well. Definitely, but I should have shielded my eyes from the spray. Got a little bit more. Hang on. There's a book. Look at the book. It will go cold if I leave it any longer. It's my lovely bumblebee cups. It's proving difficult to gulp it. All gone. So there are some on the cover actually, but they probably are in the book. So we'll start on page 1. Mum jokes, like dad jokes, only smarter. Lisa Beth Johnson and Phoebe Bottoms. That's a funny name. It's like a joke in itself, isn't it? I'm going to put my specs on for this occasion. You don't see this very often. What's the quickest way to spread gossip? Post it online, call your neighbour, or tell a toddler who's just learned to talk, which is very true. I said something the other day, and Tyler was in the car, and Mike went, "Don't say anything." It just repeats the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay. We have to speak in code now. I have to speak in code. Now, where is Grogu thingy? Hold on a sec. There it is, in my mess. I really need to sort that out. There it is. But yeah, I do. That's become a tad of an eyesore. Those are the ones we have ripped off. I finally got it right, I think. So, no, we haven't. It says Tuesday. So where I was ahead, I'm now behind. Okay. So, happy hump day yesterday. We got that funny man who talks funny. I don't remember his name. But, yeah, didn't like him much. So now we've got Thursday. It's funny, that is. Well, you know, it kind of is. So we've got Grogu doing something with his... Is he healing someone? Or is he just having a moment? I don't know. Is it Mando that he's touching? Maybe he's healing him after something. Possibly. We're up to date now. The weird thing is I've got to record 2 videos today. I've got to do 3 videos really, because nothing for later on, but I've got to do this one for today's chat, and then tomorrow's later on, so that I get back on track. Not so easy to store anymore with a big old book. Oh. So yeah, we had yesterday we had breakfast before I left. I thought I must make sure that I stick to this diet. I can't, you know, fail straight away. Let's get hair in my face. And so we stopped at a petrol station, and Carol wanted to get some, just see, I call her Carol. I actually get in there now. Maybe not to her face. I still say Cara and think, oh, you've said it now. But yeah, she went and got some snacks. So I said, oh, I can't really have snacks unless they do refrigerators or something like that. So she knows about keto and low carbon because she does it enough. So she come back with a pack of refrigerators and some of those little cheeses that are in like tube cheese. Don't know why I'm so croaky. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with this voice. So I saved those. I thought I'll save those for the afterwards in the pub, you know, the wake, because I don't know that there's anything there I'll be able to eat. Honestly, sorry about this. And so I did. And while we were waiting, we got there too early. So Martin said, oh, you know, as you've driven us down, we'll treat you to lunch. So we went into a big Wetherspoons. It's quite a nice one. And we had a lunch. So I made sure that I just had ham and eggs. When it comes with chips, but I gave those to someone. I think I gave them to Gary and his brother. Then when we was at the wake, there wasn't anything that I could eat. So I kind of grabbed a couple of pork pies and took the pie off and just ate the middle. And then I thought, oh, hang on, I've got my snacks. So I ate those. That was all I had all day. Although you see, the ham and eggs wasn't very big because it came with chips and I didn't eat that. So it was enough to kind of see me through anyway. And but when we got home, Gary was peckish. We went to a supermarket first and he got himself something. And I just cooked some sausages and ate those. So that's what we was watching The Gentleman last night eating. I was eating sausages. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't deviate from the plan, but I probably ate too much of the same sort of food, you know. But it's early in the diet, so I can get away with it. But I don't know what we're having today. We was going to get something out last night and forgot. So it'll have to be something that I can do without a lot of time to thaw it. Oh, my lips are a bit dry as well. It's probably that sun. I had lip balm on though. I was quite, we did spend quite a bit of time outside. It was absolutely really hot. The pub had 2 rooms and we had kind of one of them, but we spilled out into the other because all the fans were on in there. And but outside was a little cooler, so we went and sat on the wall. But yeah, it was very nice to see everybody. And they're all going to come down. That was my arm. It wasn't my bottom. It was my arm. Can't make it do it now, so it looks like I'm lying. But it kind of... Oh, it will do it. No, it won't. Well, it was anyway. Seriously, guys, it was my arm. So yeah, they're coming down in June for a big family thing. Like barbecue. Mid-June, I think. Yeah, so that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Won't be a sad occasion. So I really haven't got much else to tell you. And I'm sorry it's late, but I was asleep. I had a really good sleep, actually. I couldn't believe that. I did go to bed quite late. Because obviously I didn't want to go to bed straight after eating sausages. No, Gary went off. So I started watching one of the episodes of 24. I didn't get very far when I was like really kind of getting a bit tired. So I went to bed and I woke up at about, I think it must have, do you know what? It must have been like 9 o'clock, 9:30. Not 9:30, but it must have been around 9. Because I remember looking at the time and thinking, whoa, that was a good one. That was a good sleep. Maybe I need to go out more often. I only drank, that's another thing I thought would keep me awake, because I drank quite a bit of Diet Coke, because obviously can't drink the fruit juices and all that stuff anymore. So it was just fizzy. That's what you get in the pub. Our pubs are really poor for diet drinks. They used to be good when they first started. I can remember you could choose from a diet Fanta, Cherryade. You know, there used to be quite a lot in the pubs to drink that was diet. And then it became just lemonade or Coke, because people can put them in their drinks. And then after a fashion, it was just Coke or Pepsi. But I think it's got a little better since the introduction of the sugar tax. You know, that more and more people are having diet-y drinks in there. It's not brilliant still. Occasionally you go into a pub and they'll have Diet Iron Brew. Or maybe a Diet Cherry Coke, something like that. But it's a very rare thing. Very rare. I've got a rash. I don't know why. Oh, well. I'm going to get off and upload this. I will see you guys very soon, actually, because I've got to record the other one later. But, oh, by the way, I told you there was a problem with my website, didn't I? I got a message yesterday saying that they tried to order, but it said no shipping available. So I messaged Chris, who had done that update, and I didn't do a test last night. I just messaged him because I went in and I said, they've all disappeared. So I got a message back from him this morning saying, no, that thing at the end now is just a way of working on it. He likes to duplicate things and work on it, see if it's all okay, and then transfer it. So all I can think of is that the person who tried to order maybe tried to order while he was working on it. That's the only thing I can think of, because sometimes when we've done Zoom calls, if he's in a record, if he's in something, I can't go into it, it's locked out. So maybe because we're in the back part of the website rather than the front end, because he was in there working, perhaps it was not available. That's the only thing I can think of. Perhaps that's what it was. But it's all right now. It's all tickety-boo. I've done a test. He's done a test. And it picks up the shipping. And so all the new rates, all of the lower rates for around the world, and There's even a smaller one for the UK now, a cheaper rate. So all of those are in there for the lower weights, you know. I didn't have any lower weights because I had massive parcels in the beginning, so I didn't really consider that people might order 1 ball or 2 balls or something. So yeah, the lower ones are in there now. In the UK, it's not really such a thing. There is really only one lower rate that you can apply, but around the world there's lots. There's, you know, maybe if you just order a ball of yarn, it might be a 200 gram ball, so it starts at 250 grams. Around the world you can do that. So it's all been done now, so anyone buying something quite small will just get that now. And I think as well, some of the rates recently kind of got lowered, which I couldn't believe, but they did. So I've changed those as well. So some of the rates, I think Canada was one, not sure if Australia was one. There was a few of them where, I mean, America got reduced a while back. So yeah, I've done it now. They're all kind of done. So they're all tickety-boo now. That's good. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.